I did a new program called Encounter Engineering. The new part about it is that we went to Orlando instead of normal where they go to Germany or Seattle. So we got to tour and do question and answer and discussion of several places in Orlando. Okay, but it was also to some leadership courses because it's encounter engineering. They want to expose you to the environment of being an engineer. So we did the leadership course our first day. As you can see, this was at Epcot. We were talking about leadership qualities and leadership role. One of the primary things that they were talking about, the first thing was to share your idea and develop a consensus. And all these things are going to relate to the role as an engineer. Okay, so develop a vision. You know, Walt Disney had a vision. Engineers have concepts or they have ideas, but it's the same thing. We share them and we get everyone's feedback on it. The next thing is to delegate responsibilities and define a process. You know, these guys, like several of us are in software design and it's just ringing too many bells, you know, to ignore it. The next thing is to provide excellent training. Okay. We did an example where we had to communicate to someone that they're going to design Cinderella's dress for the ball tonight, but we couldn't use any verbal language at all. So I'm sitting here using hand signals, telling this guy that he's going to design a dress for tonight. This right here, this lady here is kind of hard to see. Her name is Miss Britta Groves, and she is the supervisor for Chevy's Bolt electric vehicle project. This is a completely electric car, and it's good for like 238 miles on a single charge. This was an interactive program where, because it's Disney, I had to describe to everyone how to draw Baymax. Y'all know who Baymax is? That big balloon guy from, I don't know what the movie is. I don't watch the new movies, but I couldn't tell who the character was, and I couldn't show them the picture, but I had to describe them how to actually draw the character, and they did pretty good. And yeah, that bottom picture was just to show that we were at Epcot doing that. That was at the test track, their Chevy test track. The next thing we did was the next day. This was at Magic Kingdom. It was a cultural excellence, and the whole question for this was, well, what is the Disney culture? And the culture, as we should all know, it's storytelling. But the four main priorities that they were talking about during that day were safety, courtesy, show, and efficiency. Sorry. So safety, Disney's ways of completing all these things. Obviously, you know, Disney is storytelling, but they also obviously have engineers. This is why we went there. To make sure that all the rides are safe. Efficiency, you know, because these rides go by pretty fast. Let's see. Show, obviously, is storytelling, and courtesy, be nice. There was also a lot of other places we went to, like NASA Kennedy Space Center. That was this one right here. That's the same thing again. Kennedy Space Center. This one up here is Electronic Arts, the EA Sports. We got to watch a bunch of nerds play with video games. And yeah, Kennedy Space Center, Magic Kingdom, and it's Orlando, so there was a lot of relaxations. So it was fun, but it was actually a professional type of vacation business trip. Does anybody have any questions?
Did you want to work for Disney prior, or does it make you want to work for?
Does it? I'm sorry, can say it.
After touring Disney and talking to them about their culture and things like that, do you want to work for them, or had you want to work for them before? What was your main goal in going to this thing?
I had definitely thought of working for them because I knew that I really want to keep my options open for what I want as my future. This is, to be honest, probably bad to say this. I don't know exactly what I want to do, but because I've applied to so many places, I've also applied to Disney. I've applied to Lockheed Martin. I've applied to, not NASA, but I've applied to a bunch of different places that have different, fields of what they primarily focus on. Obviously because these are theme park attractions and rides, they primarily can constitute industrial engineers and civil engineers, but it's nothing a mechanical couldn't do. For Disney specifically, what I had actually thought was maybe getting into the shipbuilding process with their cruise ships. But again, that was just my thought. It kind of motivated me even more actually now. Any other questions?
How did you get into this program?
It was really at the beginning of the semester, the school sent out an email to, I'm assuming all College of Engineering students, and this was before I knew how overwhelming this semester was gonna be, and I had paid for it, so went on it. But you apply for it, and you get accepted. I got accepted. I don't know what would constitute not getting accepted to it, to be honest, but you apply for it. Yeah. Any other questions?
So what did you learn like this conclude?
Probably one of the more general things that I could conclude from that is that engineers also take on the role of leader, because the qualities that we learn for leadership directly communicate, or they go hand in hand with the qualities that we learn as an engineer, especially what we learn in software design. Anybody else?